Hi, I'm Ed Cadwallader, and in this video I'm going to suggest 5 ways to save money with your timetable. So spoiler alert, all of them have fewer bigger classes because that's just the way timetabling works. But if that's got to be done, it's our duty to do it in a way that minimizes the impact on students' learning. Okay, so number 1 is to audit your model. The severity of the cuts facing schools has already led to staff redundancies and will likely lead to more. So while you may approach a new timetable with ideas of where to cut, you owe it to your staff and pupils to consider all the possibilities before making that decision. A good place to start is a table showing the teaching periods allocated to each subject in each year. In Novity 6, you can find this on the analysis screen. And this shows you how you distribute resources, particularly between the year groups. So in this simplified example, we can see that the core subject teaching hours for years 10 and 11 is nearly double that as it is in year 7. And while we'd expect it to be higher at Key Stage 4, this ratio is quite extreme. So if those hours have to come down, it might be better counterintuitively to consider cuts to Key Stage 4 instead of Key Stage 3. While you conduct this review, question all the assumptions in your model. So in this example, PE is taught in half-year blocks so that girls and boys can be taught separately. Moving to mixed classes would save 20 periods in a year 7 to 11 school timetable, so equivalent to a full-time member of staff. Now, I'm not saying you should definitely just sack your PE teachers, but I'm saying that you should weigh up all the options before you decide where to cut. Number 2, rethink setting. In this sample curriculum, 3 form groups of 30 are broken down into 4 ability sets in core subjects. Often in this arrangement, the 4th set will be smaller to reflect the difficulty of teaching the students who find the subject most challenging. If cuts force you to move from 4 to 3 sets, you might want to consider switching to mixed ability groups, as a bottom set of 30 is far more difficult to teach than one of 20 or fewer. Number 3, breakdown blocks. A further advantage of mixed ability teaching from a timetabling point of view is that the subject can be placed in the linear block, which makes scheduling easier, particularly if every teacher needs to be used to their full allocation. When a subject is blocked, 3 or 4 teachers of the subject need to be available at the same time, and this can lead to more split classes or departments carrying more teaching capacity than is used in the timetable. Number 4, low impact lessons for senior and middle leaders. As demand grows and budgets shrink, many schools will increase the teaching loads of middle and senior leaders. Creating lessons in the timetable, such as reading sessions in the library or maths number skills, are ways to use this extra capacity without the planning and marking load that would come with a normal lesson. Again, this is not perfect world stuff, but the negative consequences might be less bad than, say, those of SLT members always too busy to follow up on behavioural incidents. Number 5, double up cover. Normally, when a teacher is absent, another teacher or cover supervisor goes to their class and acts as a direct substitute. This arrangement rarely has great learning outcomes, and if it involves hiring a supply teacher, it's really expensive. Doubled up cover involves moving the absent teacher's class and the class of a teacher from the same block to a room big enough for 60 and having the present teacher teach both groups. To make this work, you need a suitable teaching space, efficient communications to tell both classes and the teacher what's happening, staff who are willing to take on the extra work, and an efficient behaviour management system, preferably centralised, so that staff are not required to personally follow up on incidents involving another class's students. So those are my 5 tips for reducing costs through your timetable. For free initial consultation on timetabling and curriculum design, please give me a call on 07815 735 221 or an email ed@rsic.co.uk. Thank you.